Hello there people, and welcome back to 3DFX. Today we will be addressing the backing block on the trance song, and we will try to see if we can perhaps simplify it or making it, the pacing of the melody on this block fit a little bit better to the main lead that we got over here. So we'll see what we can do with this. So what I've done, I put my ruler over here and I put this one on, so we loop this region here. And the backing block will be soloed and the main lead will be soloed. And we'll play this and see if we can perhaps put what I'm gonna try to do actually is I'm gonna put the notes on this one. Let's see here. So I select these, I copy these, which just edit, copy notes, and then I go into the main lead right over here, and I want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. So let's see, we can use the edit tab right over here, and we have 4 bars. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's have it over here. So it only repeats this, and let's see if we can edit. Let's see if we can possibly get the notes into Bitwig somehow. So, whoops, no, I'm not gonna have that. Let's again go into the main lead and see if we can gonna put this one over here, edit, and I'm gonna paste. And now the notes are over here, so that's not what we want. I'm simply gonna move these up. Let's see if it and as you can hear, they're probably way too high pitched, and I kind of suspected that, but we will see how this plays together. Probably will be problematic, but I'm only doing it just to try to fix some form of pacing, because then I will copy these out and put them back in here if I can just get them right somehow. Because the thought is that this main melody, we want the backing melody to follow this main melody as good as possible. And the idea to take them in here is also a little bit to see the alignment of the notes, to see that they kick in where they should, or not kicking where they shouldn't. So let's see what if this is even playable. No, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try. Nope. So of course not. But I'm going to try to figure out some solution for this somehow. What I can do is, let's see, we got this over here, so I'll do this the hard way anyway. So I'm gonna undo this and I'll try to go into the backing block. The first thing I will do is probably dechecking the reverb or inactivating it. Activating replica number 1 and 2. There one is for diffusion, which is a reverb, and the other one is for modern delay mode. So that's the delay. So these two are delays, and that's diffusion, and that is more like a reverb. So anyway, dechecking all the delays and reverbs, and we have EQ only on. So let's see. We'll also try dechecking the EQ. We'll also see if there's something. Okay, so it has an EQ on there, but that should be pretty fine. Let's decheck that, just see. Well, we need one EQ, so it brightens up a bit. Alright, so let's see if it's a possible way to simplify this somehow. So I'll just try to cut some notes. Alright, that's one thing we could do. We could change the rhythm of it so it gets like less busy. So let's see if I cut this, what happens? No, like that, and cut this one instead. See if we could basically what I'm thinking of is just getting less notes so we get less frequencies that are less busy. But it just need to have some rhythm and needs to kind of complement this. So maybe if I'm lucky, in this way I can also fix the pacing that is wrong. So I will try to do it this way. So let's get this closer. So like this. It's a little slow there. So we want a little bit of a swing here, so I'm gonna move this over here. Maybe like that. That is off. I hear it at once. So what if we could take this closer or something? And that becomes too busy, so that's a problem. We don't want that. It's a bit like a puzzle, you know. So I'm gonna see how this sounds in the mix, just to start here. Whoops. There we go. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, feels this is just too busy. And it's gonna be pretty hard to repair because they're so busy notes. One very easy solution is of course just to delete the full block and not have it anywhere. And I fear that that is probably the best solution, but it also makes the track more generic, you know what I mean? So it's sad. It's really sad to do it. And it doesn't work with the rhythm there, so it's really quite annoying, but that's life sometimes. The backing block can be used over here in the break, as we have it. And it works pretty well here. This is pretty naked here, so... But I also kind of feel that it should be even more reverb here, actually, but... It's too... okay. It's because we checked off them. So, but anyway, what I feel right over here... well, I think what I'm gonna have to do, my friends, if I want to keep a little bit cleaner mix, I have to get rid of it. It's just a thing, it's just in the way. of the pacing of the song. So it's so sad, but I have to do it because I spent so much time trying to mix this plugin, but it just is off. So I have to face reality and delete this thing. It is quite annoying, but that's life with music production sometimes. So yeah, maybe I found another way to write something that is more in sync with the song, if you know what I mean. But for now, goodbye plug. That's what it is, and that will solve that problem. So, but still, we're having the backing plug channel right over here. It works well in the mix right over there. Now we can turn on our EQ, a replica, another replica, and the reverb for that. And that will sound fairly decent right over here. I'm a little unsure if I'm gonna use a delay here or not. It's kind of bouncing around a little bit. It's probably because I haven't set it up properly, but so it could be. So let's de-check this one and listen. It's cleaner. So probably I'll cut this. We don't need it. But now it's too naked. It sounds too naked. It needs more like reverb or something. It's a 30 round here. And if you put it at 40, it gets kind of, it sounds like the resonance is coming through, so it gets pretty bright, so. In a way that sounds pretty sweet. Let's have 0 pre-delay. See. Okay, maybe 1 second. I don't know. No. Anyway, I don't know. Let's try that at the room algorithm. Sounds a little too numb, too stiff. Sounds better. Sounds pretty decent, little diffusion. That sounds nice, but there's a problem with it. It sounds almost too nice in comparison to the other stuff here. It seems like this one is taking over. And that is how hard mixing is. Sometimes we will see. But I could perhaps go into silent one here and try to brighten it down, so say making it darker by turning down the key track here. So let's try that. Slight amount darker. I'm also going to try to zero out the drive a little bit. Didn't do anything. So let's try the 12 dB. It opens up the sound. So because it's open and it's pretty clear now. It's almost too clear in a weird way. So maybe just darken it down by having 24 dB. See, it gets more tight there. Something like that maybe. think that's acceptable. Somehow it feels like it's melting together with the rest of the track. It doesn't really stick out like it's edgy or something. It's a little bit like that. So I'm gonna use the 24 dB on that, and I'm going to see here. It's clear, but it's not sticking out as much. It's a little more muted in the frequency somehow. It's more well-rounded. And it's silky, it's clear, but it doesn't have that resonance peak that we had before. So that's a little better, and I'm gonna save this. This is really hard, I know. So anyway, what we're gonna do, I noticed this one has simply way too low volume for the break to come later. So what we'll do, I'm going to see if we can go inside the volume of this thing. And let's see here. Okay, so it's just way too low. Let's have this thing over here. Let's just, so down with this, down with that. And then what we want to do, because we use it at 2 places, we're gonna have to mix this one too. But first off, let's do this. So let's hit the control button on your PC if you have one. Otherwise I think it's command, I'm not really sure. So let's see what it brings us in the volume. That's a little better. That's pretty decent. Maybe it could be a little bit more dramatic. Like maybe it could be, whoops, way too dramatic. 1.8. Maybe try that. Does a little. So it's almost a little too much, but that's pretty decent, to be honest. I'm gonna see. Come on then. I do not like Bitwig's volume. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it at 1.5 for my ears, and then I'm gonna go into VPS Adventure. And I'm gonna find the volume knob here. What? The volume is at absolutely nothing. That's not strange that we can't hear it. Okay, let's have it there or something. Let's see what happens if we have it. Let's try it. I think we're gonna have it a little bit neutral. Maybe a tad punch more. What's this? I think I'm probably gonna go with that because we do need drama there. I'm not sure, but try that really. Okay, I'm gonna go with that and save. There we go. And so when the hook comes here, we need, because we have removed a big part of the song now, the pluck that was a little bit clumsily made by me maybe, but still I love the melody of it, but I had to do it to get rid of frequencies, so it's pretty painful. But anyway, what we're gonna do here, sorry for my neighbors talking and shouting. Here we go. Oh yeah. Can you hear them? There we go. Nuts. Anyway, so I'm gonna go into my main lead and see if I perhaps, it's pretty loud on the synthesizer. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can bump it here on the Bitwig. So it's at minus 14 now. So just a tad, just a little. And a little bit here, so that's about it. If because we deleted stuff before, what we can do to fill the void is increase the volume maybe on the hi-hats here. So let's see. Okay, so now totally you can hear the main lead, of course, because there's really not much happening here apart from the drum loop and whatever. And it's pretty good because this one does take up so much space in the frequency range and so on. So it's very easy to mix because it's just one main lead and one bass line and some hi-hats. So that's not really a problem. The problem is if we would like to have like some form of pluck there, then we will have to write that in later. But for now I'm gonna be fairly fine with this. So I think what I'm gonna do now, I think I'm gonna listen to the mix up to the point with this hook, and then I'm gonna see if that's fine. If that's fine, I'm gonna move on, maybe listen to this rest and see if I'm fine with that in the mix. For that, then we're gonna this is the hook here, the hook number 2 is right over here. So what we'll do, I will have a little what do you call it, marker, insert cue marker. I'm gonna call this hook 2, and I'm gonna have my keys. My computer is not really working properly, so I have to paste stuff. So I call this hook. Whoopsie, what am I doing wrong? There we go. Take that, and then we're going to this one, rename, and put hook 2. Thank you. And I'm gonna call this hook 1. So rename hook 1, and then we're gonna call this one rename break 1, And then we have break 2 there. I'm also gonna call this start. So this is the start. That's the break 1. That's the hook 1. That's the break 2. That's the hook 2. And let's see if there's something else going on over here. Actually, I'm gonna check that first. So the question is, where is I would call this the bridge actually, until I guess the end comes or something. Up to there, so yeah, that's a bridge. So let's have this one renamed to bridge. That's kind of weird to have a bridge at the ending of something. If you don't know what a bridge is, it's basically just something that ties together a track. It's not like a breakdown, which these are breakdowns, and then hook is the main chorus or whatever you want to call it. So like the main theme of the song is the hook. So, and the bridge is the one that connects stuff. It could be a bridge in the beginning. You could also have, for example, this bridge right over here somewhere. And I might even have that, but I haven't labeled it like that here. It could be. You could actually kind of say that, I don't know, this would more like be a start, but it's a little bit of bridge into the breakdown that comes here with this synthesizer here. But I would more like call this for a melody or arpeggio or whatever than a bridge, for some reason. A bridge can have certain elements that you can have in breakdowns, and also start of song or so. Probably it will not include anything of the hook. It will just kind of connect things and make things interesting, to where you could have a bridge, like instead of having a breakdown there, you could have a bridge before the hook, and that would work, and so on. And that's what good with bridges. Bridges are for connecting stuff, and that's why I love bridges in a way, because they do something differently in a way. So yeah. So as you can hear, here's no bass line here, but the hi-hats are playing, and that's excellent for bridge. And okay, yes, we have bass line here. I'm sorry, I'm deaf. There we have it. But it doesn't sound so ferociously busy compared to, yeah, say the hook. Because obviously kick and everything. We do not have a kick in the bridge. We actually do not use the tick and the drum loop here. That goes like that. That kind of give it a groove, because the bridge doesn't. It's more like something in between a breakdown and something else. So, and it can be used in this case to calm down the track. But you could also make a bridge busy, so it kind of speeds it up if it's too slow in the beginning. So yeah, bridges are adjustable, I guess you could say. And as you can see, I'm also using pads like I have in the breakdown for this, but I wouldn't really call this a breakdown. I would call it like halfway a breakdown with drive, perhaps, or something like that. And here we have this synthesizer, which I'm not really using anyway anymore. And I feel that as it doesn't give anything, it just kind of adds that annoying noise. We're probably going to delete that whole track just to clean it up. Because it doesn't play any interesting notes directly, and it doesn't really, you know, improve the mix or make it cleaner in any way. So we're probably just gonna snap that off and take it away. as you can hear in this bridge, we are playing pads, we are playing, actually, these are not being played, let's see. No, they're not actually, they're actually muted for the moment being. The question is if I should delete these or if you're not using it, I'm not sure yet, so let's see. That one could be used, I feel, but that one sounds messy, so I will delete. You can hear yourself like that. Let's see, mute this one. Wrong track, sorry. Let's have this. So many tracks here. So that one sounds weird and off, and it is, so we'll not use that in this part of the song, so take that away. Even if it's beautiful, we have to take it away, we can't have that. So let's move on. So dead pluck, let's see. Let's look at it on this one. It's very silent, so I'm gonna mix this thing up a little. So, since we have less synths and stuff here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna see if it's possible to have some diffusion in here. Like, maybe so, because it's kind of smooth, so. Decent, I guess. We don't really want it in the front, you know, in the total front, so. So let's see, is it possible to pan that even more? Because it's kind of high pitched, or maybe we could use an octave lower, like that. Which we can't. No, we can't. Let's have that an octave down. That's interesting, but it's a little, you know, it gets a little low, so, but yeah, but it does get more even in a way. That's better. Check off the retrigger. Whenever your mix gets a little muddy, make sure you know, deselect the retriggers. They're basically just there to get a more, you know, bang when you press a note, but it can make it like a little, you know. This is much clearer, so. That's pretty nice. Let's try again. that sounds good. That sounds in harmony. That's very good. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty decent. Yeah, that's pretty. I think I'm gonna buy this. So no, that's better. And another little thing, I'm gonna try to pan this just slightly more. Oh wait. I'm not gonna touch this anymore. I'm done with that. That is perfect. So that's in harmony. Good. Maybe try to just see here. Amp the volume on the pads just a slight bit here. Pretty good, so I'm gonna open up to 12 dB, I think. Okay, so this is very nitpicking, but yeah. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save this, and I'm going to pan the Silent One pads here. Let's see if this does anything. Just a little bit first. Yeah, it's decent there. It's pretty good. Okay. They seem in harmony. Like, yeah, it has something. That's pretty good. Okay, to my ears and in my phones anyway. So let's see. And it's also good that we got like this an octave lower with this synth here, because it was pretty high and there are some people really annoyed by high sound. So that's pretty good. And it still seems like it really fits. It fits better with the mix, and the mix is a little more balanced and more harmonic there. So pretty decent. Let's move on. And these, I think we already mixed them. Love these pads, these choppy pads. But what is going on here? We need to have that. Okay, so yeah, that's why. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this, because before we made a volume automation for this one, and let's see here. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take this thing over and write it over, because we really need that one over here. So I'll hope it brings the automation as well. So here we go. Yeah, that's what we were missing there. That's the little knockoff. Yeah, there we go, perfect. That's pretty decent. The only thing I feel now, I know this backing pad is there, and it's really sad, but we have to delete it, because this is hook 2 and we deleted in the first hook. We need to do it here too, so delete. It's that easy. Yeah, it's horrible though, because I did spend some time on it. Okay, moving on though. There we go, much cleaner mix. All right, you understand? So like, to get a professional sounding clean mix, sometimes it's so easy that you have to delete all your hard work. That's so tough it is. But yeah, anyway, it sounds good anyway, so it's fine. It sounds more basic, but that's life, I guess. So let's see, what can we do? I don't know. The only thing I feel right here, like if I could have something more dramatic here, I would love to have a more pumping sidechain just for this, because if you don't have any other instruments in the mix playing with the main lead, what could add more drama if you're making EDM is a better sidechain, I suppose. But you don't want an over dramatic sidechain as well. I super hate the songs that I've heard in EDM that goes like full on and then totally down and then full on with a sidechain and then nothing. You know, I can't even describe it. It's just so, it sounds so cheap. You know what I mean? It's like they can't freaking mix. I just feel it's really awful. But I think I'm not the only one. So any hooters, what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop complaining, and we're gonna move on with the mixer. But it does sound pretty good there, so I can't say that I'm it's just that maybe it should be a tad louder or something. But yeah. And I guess we could make that sub bass a little louder comparison to that. I feel so, but yeah, I don't know. So let's go over here and see what we can do here. So let's see. I would like to up these volumes at the same time, but if I don't like grouping because I get lost in it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to listen it out with my ears here. So okay, good thing is always to have a little bit of the past with you when you're listening, and so we'll go from here. I love this part, it's great. So let's see. Oh yeah, it's cool. It just needs to take up a notch. It's a good mix, but it's just that, I'm gonna save again. So it just need to be a little more, you know, it just need more in your face, you know what I mean? Just, that's what we need. So we're gonna be careful though, because I don't want it to be, that's 6 main volume. The only thing I'm gonna do this time is only open the volume on the sub bass, and we will see how it affects the rest here. See if we see any difference or not. I don't know. I think so we probably need to have the other one with us. So I'm gonna mix this down a bit. Maybe something like that. That's 7.2. That's pretty good. Or maybe 7. I'm gonna do 7.2 because I want a little in your face. Alright, so let's do the main lead. So let's also mix the synthesizer first, and then you increase the volume on the Bitwig. So let's go over to VPS Avenger and see what we can do here, because these have finer volume controls, and that's a benefit. So that's pretty good there at the top. So that sounds pretty good. So let's try coming from here and just listening to the whole shebang over. Something like this. It could probably be louder, but maybe that would be better to do in mastering or something. I'm not really sure here. But yeah, let's move on. Because I feel when we're done with the mix, we're actually gonna master it too, but we're not gonna spend forever on a master. So there we go. It does sound pretty even and good always, so it could maybe be a little bit louder. Maybe it could be a little bit louder, but it sounds very even. I'm very pleased with the mix though. But I'm going to try to just punch it a little and see, could that work or could that not work? So let's see. Okay, let's start over here then. And this time I'm gonna try Bitwig volume because the other one is still already maxed. Or I mean, Avenger is, but Silent One isn't, I guess. Okay, let's try. So let's have a little more here. Okay, minus 15.2 on this. And then you're gonna take the lead just a little. Maybe just like that, just to get a little more dramatic. And we will listen to the other part and see how they connect. So let's go. I want a little bit of a shock, but not, you know, too much. But I wanted to, you're gonna notice that that's the hook, you know what I mean? That's a little more dramatic there. That's a little better. It's not amazing, but it's better. It sounds more well, I don't know. Sounds pretty decent, I guess. Okay. Alright. That sounds pretty decent. I think I'm gonna buy this. Let's see where we are. The time here. We are at 48 minutes. That's good. And this could mean, my friends here, that because we up the volume here, you cannot really hear the swooshes and samples here. So it could mean you need to raise the volume on the swooshes as well. But since we have not mastered, but since we have mixed this track to around, I think it's minus 90 LUFS or something, we are well below the threshold for Spotify standards. So I mean, it's no problem. Like the Spotify standard, I think it is still minus 14 LUFS, and we are below that, so that's very good. So there's room to master this track without any fuss or problem, in my opinion anyway. So minus 90 LUFS is pretty decent, you know. Alright, so any hooters, what we're gonna do, let's see now. So let's just try to listen to these effects that are interconnecting it and see that they are not like too low or something. one more time. Yeah, they are low. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to see if I can just raise these just a tad here, and maybe these two. So let's see. Let's try again. It's the bridge. Pretty good. This one. Also, it's already starting right over here. We have a synthesizer on the bridge. This one. Which we are simply just going to increase the volume a little bit on, I think. So let's just see. It's also being played in the... let's see. In the break here or whatever it is. Just increased it just very little in volume and see if that helps it down here. Yeah, it did. Perfect. Perfect. Because... let's listen anyway. That's just what I wanted. That's better. Okay, perfect. So I'm not gonna... Okay, so thank you. That's all we need. Yep, this is the outro. And we are going to write over here. We're gonna use my keyboard over here. So let's see if we find some letters. Let's set that down. Copy. And rename key marker outro. There we go. Excellente. And there we go. Yeah. It could even stop here if you would like to. That's up to you. That's a little. And I'm thinking about it because it's a little unnecessary. This people don't have the what do you call it? Patience today. Sounds pretty decent. Okay, thank you. Good. Sounds pretty decent. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna re-listen again to the entire track. I'm just thinking if I should actually delete all of this part, just move these over here, and that's gonna make the track finished. We can think about that. So let's just see, the outro is up to there. So I think that would be a good idea, not keeping it too long, not even in that part. So yeah, but I'm also thinking like, how does it start? So it starts like this. So it has this thing here. But actually, I would say the song actually starts here. So this starting phase here is actually not longer than 16 bars anyway. So yeah, that's probably how we're gonna do it. We're gonna cut the ending because it's actually 32 bars. I thought there's something were wrong, but I didn't know before. So maybe that's what. So we're gonna do that, see if that perfects it. So just to make it 6:15, that's enough. We don't have to, you know, do it longer than that, I suppose. We will see if it's possible. Cut that. And we'll take all of these synths here, moving over right over here. There we go, perfection. And let's have this thing right over to this ruler here where the outro ends. So that's just simple phase of doing it like this. Will make it a lot easier on the ears there. So I'll just run through the outro there, see what I think of it. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this sounds good. Here comes, perfect. Yes, that's how it should sound. Not any longer than that, don't bore the people. Okay, that's better. So that's what we will buy. Done and dusted. Let's save. And let's go back here. And let's save again. I want it on the start. There we go. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna listen to the entire track. Duh. And then I will see if it's possible to say that it's actually done, or that the EQ is fine or whatever. I'm still gonna listen with a critique ear, whatever you call it, and see if there's any synthesizer or whatever that needs something. So we'll just listen through again. All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can keep my patience from not stopping the track. So we'll start right over now, I think. I'm just gonna see if there's nothing. We're gonna do like this with that, and like this with that. Collected together, gonna save this. This one needs to be muted so we don't have pink noise all over the place. Okay, let's start. That's how the mixer looks, but we never use it because we never have to in Bitwig, because we already have a mixer right over here, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna shut up. was just something I forgot. Sorry about that. See if it fits or not. So this, I'm not sure I'm gonna keep this drum fill here. But I will keep playing the mix for you. that sounds pretty sweet now. In a sense, let's save. I don't know why I save every time, but so there's just two things that come to my mind. Other than that, it's pretty fine, gotta say. So the first one, this one, it's not really loud enough, but that's easy to fix. But that's let's just increase it right over here. Like it's plus 1.5. Let's have it at 2 maybe. See. That's pretty decent. So 2.1 or wait, does it? Okay, it's automated, that's why. Let's see here. So I don't know, but let's have it 1.8 say. There we go. Sure, but yeah. So let's have this one at 1.8 as well. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try 2.1 just because. There we go. Might as well do it here too. One and 2.1 right over there. That will have save. And let's see. So what do we do now? Okay, so it was this drum fill. We actually have a weirdly placed drum fill right at the end of this. I'm gonna play it and so what if we, for example, make this shorter, just put normal kicks over here and see if we can have intense just at the end. I feel it's mal-placed, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna just write over that, because I hope we don't need it, because it kind of messes up the instrument a little bit. So let's just okay, so another thing I'm thinking of, if we could make maybe a gap here or there in the kick so we don't have kicks too much. So let's see. Like we have here. Maybe we'll just see what happens if we take the kick. It's a little early to take off the kicks there, so what we're gonna do, we'll try to take them off here instead. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Maybe take them off here too. If that's... No, that doesn't work. it's a little out of place, so maybe we'll just take it here, but I don't know if it gets too much of this. 1, 2, off. 1, 2, off. 1, 2, off. So yeah. But that's fine. That sounded better, more logical. So let's see. And then just let it go. Don't have a gap here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 right over here. We're gonna have one. Like this. Yeah, that's better. So and maybe what if we do like this and then just kill all of these kicks here. Like that, you know? That's pretty good. So that we can probably do, and I'm also thinking maybe what happens if we remove all of them. Just test. No, that doesn't work. We have to have it like this. And then right break now. That's perfect. That's better. Okay, good. We've fixed something. Instead of adding too much noise here, we removed noise, we put a kick first, and notice that maybe we can just cut off. So we cut a hole here, cut a hole there, and now we have cut a hole there, and it sounds great in the mix. So it gives more anticipation. Sometimes less is more, you know, people. So that's what we're doing. You can also see the same thing has been done here. So that can be a good thing to remember. And then when it comes to the hook here, what I'm gonna do probably is I'm just gonna copy this hook over here. Actually, I'm gonna first delete this hook here right there, and then I'm gonna take these notes from this hook and I will just get it over to the other hook where it's supposed to be, so it gets gap there too. That's really what we want. So the hooks are exactly identical, but I mean, this is at EDM, so we don't really have to have tons of other things going on. And as you could see before, I mean, yes, we do, but if we get too much that is annoying the frequencies, well, the one who is mastering our track will not like us very much, and we will probably not get signed either. So that's basically how it is with EDM today, I guess. But any hooters, what we're gonna do? I'm not saying I'm a super professional myself. I'm just trying to keep it somewhat clean and somewhat professional, and there we go. Do what you can, guys. That's what it's about. So I'm going to say this. There we go. So now we have these gaps over here too. That's cool. The question is if we have enough gaps at the end here. I'm gonna check that too. I'm thinking of actually having gaps right over here or something. Yeah, and here we can relax the song in the loop. So we are going to relax it right over here, like this. So let it play, and then there we go. Maybe just cut these two. So let's try this. Relax, kick, and let the melody go, and then relax again. Maybe. You can hear the synth more there. And then just kick and no synth. So that's one way you could do it. And for here, what we want to do, maybe cut here. cutting this adds a little drama, so it adds anticipation on that something new is gonna happen. So maybe you don't want to cut too much. So let's see. Let's cut here instead, just a little bit, so it's not too much. Maybe that's better. So you don't expect something more to happen because this is the end, so like that. Or maybe, well, I don't know. I'm a little like split or torn between this. Let's try again. Let's try to open even more, see what happens. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. That is pretty nice. Let's try this again. Let's just have a cut there. No, that doesn't work. It gets too much. Alright, so I'm also gonna try to cut at the end here. See. Let's cut right over there. What happens? That's pretty good. That's very good, balanced and very good. That's the way we think we want it. So let's save that. Save that. That's great. Okay, so let's have it like that. Not too much drums and stuff like that. Okay, pretty decent. Let's also check the starter track. See if we can do something. Right here, we can't really have any gaps. Do you know why? Because we don't have a lot happening here. It will sound weird having gaps here. So let's try. But that's my thought. So let's try. Actually, it works. That's okay. I didn't suspect it, but okay, that works. And here, this gap here is just one bar, so. All right, this is good. Okay, so I'm going to save this. There we go. Yeah, so I think it's pretty much done now. That's easy to say. I guess I've said it a dozen times or whatever. But it's pretty decent now, so it's not too shabby. So I think I will call it a day for this what do you call it, this mixing session here. We've done a little bit of EQing. We removed a lot of drums like here and there, and we increased some volume on the swoops here, and we increased some volume on the hook itself. So we've done a few tweaks here and there, and it's a little better now, I think. The mix in itself was fairly decent as for it was. It didn't really have to have that so many changes. It uses sounds that are pretty decent from scratch, so that's why it sounds okay. So anyway, so what we're gonna do next time is probably, I'm saying probably because I'm not really sure, I may listen to this. I will have a sleep whenever it's night. Right now it's day, but I will have a sleep overnight and I will listen to this again, and then I'm gonna decide if we're going to do any change on this, or if the mix is ready, then we will take it to a mastering stage. And the mastering will be very simple. The way that I do it is that usually what I've been doing before is that I use a free service that has been free before. I hope it's still free. It's called Band Lab. and I will go and let it run through a mastering session that it's an automatic mastering device they have, or servers that automatically master your track there. And then after that, what I do is I take the track to my parents' place actually, and there they have Apple Macintosh S, two of them, MacBook and iMac actually. And what I do there is I bring in the whole mix into what do you call it, Logic Pro X, and what I do there is I finalize the master with a the Isotope Ozone plugins on top of that if I would need to. That is to go to extreme length. You don't really have to do, and actually don't have to master at all. I'm not gonna sell the song or anything, so, but anyway, that's just you if you are picky. So that's what you can do anyway. And the nice thing is BandLab is 100% free, so that's one way to do it. Anyway, I hope you like this mixing session. If you like, please, if you haven't already, subscribe and you know, put a like on this video, because I sure need likes, so give me likes, and comment in the section below any questions or you know, thoughts on what you would like to see in these videos, and I will see you guys very soon. I hope you also don't forget to click the bell button so you see more notifications from these videos. I'll see you guys very soon for the mastering of this track. Take care out there, and this is 3DFX. I'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye and take care out there.